Hi guys, I wanted one of my first videos to be my labor and delivery video on this channel. So I thought it might be a good idea to tell that story as one of my first videos. So here we go. It all started on February 20th, 2019, this year. I was 8 months, I was 4 days from being 9 months from his due date. And they were worried that I was going to have, not high blood pressure. Oh, I can't think of the name. I don't remember very much. It's all kind of a blur now. But, they wanted me to come in early to be induced. So I went in on the 20th to be induced. They started me on the tampon. Wasn't doing anything for my cervix. So they started the IV, which they took very long to get the IV in me for some reason. The IV, just my veins were just not wanting it. So it took like 6 or 7 times in one day for them to get the IV in me. Once they got the IV in me and they started doing that, I think it was like lidocaine? I'm not sure. That wasn't doing much. I mean, I think I went up 1 or 2 more. My cervix opened 1 or 2 more since when I first got there. It was getting really, really bad. The day of the 23rd, not a lot was happening before. The day of the 23rd, that morning, going into the 24th, like midnight, my water broke. We thought things were happening. We realized I was at 4 centimeters. We're like, okay, things are going, from here on end, I should be having this baby, any from now and within hopefully a few hours from now, I should be having the baby, my son. So we thought. So I was waiting. Nothing was happening. We were still doing everything we were supposed to. And it was just nothing was happening. And my doctor came in and said, well, I know you want to give natural birth. I did do the epidural after my water broke. They did come in and give me the epidural because it's my first pregnancy. It was really painful. I couldn't handle it. So my doctor came in and said, well, we're going to have to probably start thinking about the other option, which is a C-section, because nothing's happening. You're going on to 12 hours. We got to do something now because we don't want his heartbeat to drop. We don't want anything to start happening to him nor you. So, right now it's not like pressure. It's not going to be an emergency C-section, but we do need to start, going down that path because nothing is happening and we're at 12 hours. So, I'm talking to all my family's there. My grandmother flew down, actually took a Greyhound down from Washington because I'm in Idaho. And, that was really cool. My family was there and they were all trying to be really supportive. It was just very hard. I've never had surgery. The only thing I can remember that I've ever had to have done surgery-wise is my front tooth, which I can tell that story another time. That's a fun one. It's an interesting story. I have a fake tooth because of something stupid I did when I was younger. So I'll definitely tell that story. But other than that, and I was put asleep for that, so I don't remember anything from then. So this is only actual real, life surgery that I'm having. It took me, 20, 30 minutes to make the decision. I was like, you know what, I'd rather him be safe than, anything else. So I signed the paperwork. They calmly took me down to the operating room. And within an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours later, my son was in my arms. I was already sewed back up and back in my room. And, things are amazing, but, it's really scary. For especially a first-time mom, especially having to have a C-section. I didn't know what was going to happen. for me, I know I have postpartum depression because the fact that it was so, it's so stressful having a baby, and that's the side people don't like talking about and explaining what's going on. But it is scary. Yeah, it's not all like sunshines and butterflies. That's okay because it doesn't need to be all sunshine and butterflies. It's a scary thing to do is bring up life into this world. And I did it and it was hard, but now, my hormones are everywhere and it's going to be hard for a while, but I'm going to get through it. My son's 4 months old now and I'm still pushing through it. He is the greatest baby in the world. He sleeps more than he does anything else right now. I don't know why. They say it's normal, which I'm doing all the research. I'm doing everything I need to do to make sure I get a hold of doctors and make sure that, my biggest thing right now is making sure he is safe and he is taken care of. So, that's my story. I had to have a C-section. I was not planning in any way, shape, or form to have a C-section. But I did, and I did it, and I came out stronger than I did when I went in. Because I have to be strong for him. And that means a lot to me, bringing a life into this world and having to be strong and, to them, all the answers when you don't know all the answers. I'm going to be 21 next month on August 2nd. I don't know any answers. I don't even know what I'm doing, but if I can make him a diary of videos that, in the future he can go back and look at and go, wow, that was my life. I don't remember these, but now I have something I can watch and see what I did at, 1 year old, 2 years old, my first time walking, all these things. It'd be really cool for him to be able to turn around and be like, hey, my mom and my dad made a video for me, a diary that says, hey, look, you can see what you did. I know I'm kind of just jibber jabbering right now, but I just think it's kind of cool that we have this platform that I can use to hopefully, give my son like a gift when he's older that he can see, and that will mean a lot to him because there's family here that we have that he has that I don't know how much longer they're going to be here on this earth. So I want him to have memories. Thank you and have a great rest of your day. I do not have an outro.